Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from LA Fitness here, getting ready to get my pump on. Did you know that it's illegal to stalk someone and harass them? Story coming up. I thought that'd get your attention. Listen, I've been well aware of this individual that's been documenting everything to prove that they are a stalker indeed. And just short of being arrested, putting out on YouTube videos, this individual that came around and videoed where I live and is being encouraged because unfortunately this individual seems to be very impressionable with the people out there that have these other channels. They tell him, go do this, go do that, and we'll watch your videos. And he's like, oh, okay. And I mean, he's just very, very hungry for views. And he tries to emulate every single thing that I do on this channel, which, you know, the highest form of flattery is imitation. So while I do respect all of that, and I like to borrow sayings and things that I've learned from other people and movies, that's kind of what I'm all about. I do got to tell you that you must respect privacy and boundaries. So I made a video the other day introducing a couple of nice people from the community that wanted to say hello to me from Kentucky. And I mentioned that, you know, hey, stop by. I have to retract that because of what happened today. I went in to get my mail in the office at the RV park where I live, and apparently the whole world does now. And I don't really care. It's just that there should be boundaries and privacy at some point. When I lived in Boynton Beach, I had people coming by frequently, not all the time, but frequently, that knew where I was because I didn't hide it. I'd come and go. I'd video the address and everything. And it was a place that had a lot of people coming and going that use their boats there, that live there, and other things. So there was a lot of foot traffic. It wasn't, you know, anything disrespecting the property owner's privacy or land and things like that. But I live in an RV park that's private property. There's no trespassing allowed. You can't just ride around in there and say you're looking. You have to check in with the office. And if you know someone or they invited you, well, that's a little different. You know, it's open. There's no security there. But there are cameras. And when I say there's no security, they got people that drive around on golf carts. Maintenance is all over the place. And they are all over, you know, all about, I should say, you know, watching people's property. They know most everybody. They certainly know me because I've been living there for a while and I'm a YouTuber and I know the management and things like that. So today, when I went in to the office to get some shirts that I got from Walmart, I was greeted by a locked door. And so I went next door to the clubhouse and they were all in there. Maintenance, management, front desk, construction, the security people, all at a round table enjoying some treats with coffee and having their meeting. And I walked in because sometimes they leave packages in there when the office is closed. And I was greeted with, hey, Sarasota Tim, did you know you got a stalker? And I said, oh, yeah? And actually, I do know all about it. Some of you in the community have emailed me. I never responded because I didn't want you to be alarmed. And I'm well aware of this individual that was documenting and incriminating himself. And it's on his YouTube channel of everywhere he's gone, proving that he's stalking. And harassment is when you show up unexpectedly, knowing where I'm going to be and harassing. That's another law. But there's nothing against going somewhere that someone's been and said, this is where Sarasota Tim walks. This is where Sarasota Tim works out. This is where Sarasota Tim... And there's actually no law against videoing someone's house in a private neighborhood. I mean, a open residential neighborhood. This is so-and-so's house. It's public information. But in communities, condominiums, RV parks, it's privately owned, private property. You can't just go on there and solicit or look around and video and do things like that without express permission from the office. So the office told me we were informed, not that they saw the videos. A lot of them do watch my videos, but they're busy, doing other things and watching Sarasota Tim every video. But a lot of them did say that, yeah, I saw the video. Did you see that video? The guy came around and videoed your place. But 2 or more people in my community contacted where I live, sent an email. What do they call it? It wasn't just an email, some kind of a warning or document, something that was filed at the Manatee County Sheriff's Office, reporting this stalking by this individual. And so we talked about it, and I said, well, I just, knew about the guy. I thought he was kind of harmless. I know he was just trying to better his YouTube channel. A lot of them feed off of me. I've got these copycat channels. They call them hater channels. And he's very impressionable, and he thinks they're going to watch him if he goes and does what they're telling him to do. I mean, even putting his own life and security and his freedom at stake by being arrested, or worse. You go prowling on somebody, picking in somebody's window or knocking on somebody's door. You don't know what you're gonna meet. So I'm just telling you, that's just the way it is today. I would be very leery about doing something like that. So anyway, you in the community contacted where I live. They contacted the Manatee Sheriff's Office. Manatee Sheriff's Office emailed me and said, it's been noted, anything about this? And I said, yeah, he's making videos, following me around everywhere I've been. They said, well, there's nothing wrong with that. He can do that because, he's not showing up uninvited, harassing you. I mean, you could show up. People show up all the time and say, hey, Sarasota Tim. And I talk to them because I know they're just normal. But someone that's like stalking, the police said that they would definitely reevaluate that there are plenty of videos that he's putting on himself and the comments that you can read of him being pushed by these people. So it's all been documented now, and I don't think he's going to come back around. If he does, he's going to be met with the sheriff's office, somebody on the property. Everybody got emails to be aware not just for him or anybody, really. They sent an email to everybody saying, we want to make everybody advise it's his private property. If you have guests, make sure that they go directly to your place and that, you are there when they come visit you, and that, this is for the security of everybody, and that it's been noted that, there have been people that were trespassing that, we don't want anybody's property to be stolen or people casing out the joint. That's what it's all about. They don't want people just riding around and looking for someone or saying they're looking for somebody or just whatever they want to do. Just come in and take a look and see what they might come back for later. So if the shoe fits, get another one the same size. But they don't want it. But no, don't come by uninvited. Don't do that. Even if you mean well, and I know all of you do. I've never had anybody that's came by when I lived in Boynton that I was ever worried about. They were just wanting to say hello to me because I publicly made known where I lived. And like I said earlier, a lot of people came there. But if you see me, Walmart, gym, anywhere out, and you recognize me, of course, let's make a video. I'll say hello to you. Of course, I'm like that. But you can't just come by and knock on my door. So I have to retract that invitation due to the fact that I don't want to break rules that have been enforced regarding private property. I'm having a hard time believing it. I've never seen the sheriff's office driving through where I live. But now I've seen not once, but 2 or 3 times a marked sheriff car literally driving through the section I live. So they've taken it very serious in the office. The people that I got the emails from that I haven't responded to you, telling me about this stalker, that I didn't respond to you. But you also told me that not only did you contact where I live, but you contacted the Manatee County Sheriff's Office. You filed a report. So I want to say thank you very much to the community that prays for me, that cares about my health. You give me tips and tricks, and certainly that you care about my security. And I would do the same for you. And some of you are a little over concerned, because I do believe this individual was just being motivated and pushed by the people on the other side of the fence that were trying to encourage him to go beyond where he needs to go, jeopardizing his own freedom of being incarcerated, or worse, like I say, meeting up with the wrong person. So just know that it's been handled. I don't think that he's going to come back around, and I wish him the luck on his channel. He kept claiming that he wanted to do an interview, but of course I knew from the very beginning, and everybody in my community knew, it was for one reason and one reason only, and that was to give material to the trolls and the haters, that something he could take, some soundbite, or do something and make a video and turn it all around and give them videos to make that they could copy, because they get copyright stricken by my videos, so they don't do it anymore. But if they take his, and then, I'm in there and whatever, it was all a big game and a setup, a big hit job, as Trump calls it, to get some material to help them. It wasn't an individual like every other person that's ever met me or came over to Boynton Beach that just wanted to say hello, have a cup of coffee, and shake my hand. So just to repeat, please do not come by, even though they've exposed where I live or how to get there or whatever, that the complex is aware. They won't tolerate it. The neighbors have been emailed to report people that don't look like they need to be there, or they get out and they're looking around anybody's place and my place. And don't come knocking on my door if I didn't invite you to come by. That's the only thing I can tell you. And that's only because of the rules there. I ain't worried. I know how to protect myself, but we all have rules, and respect other people's privacy. When somebody comes by and they see my neighbor over there, like, hey, I like that bike you got there, whatever. I'm just saying. They don't want it. It ain't me. It's them. They don't want it. I personally don't want it either. See you out here in the public. We love you. And thank you very much for watching. But this person has really incriminated themselves. If they ever came around again, they were driving a rental car, and he's made all these videos of going around to other people's residents everywhere I go, and he's proven without a shadow of a doubt that he's stalking, and he's being motivated because he's easily impressionable by people that are watching him, and that's what he wants. He wants to be a YouTuber. He wants to make money. He wants to become famous. I don't know, but he needs to realize that he's got to get some new material of his own and not go creeping around other people's property, or he's going to be met with legal things, or even worse, man. I mean, you go to the wrong person's house and step on their property, they got every right. This is Florida, baby. Crush it.